Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 7 of the Secondary League Podcast, a baseball podcast presented by the Pinch Runner. I'm baseball YouTuber and writer for the Pinch Runner, Dawson Wright, and today, and as always, I'm joined by Noah Wright, also from the Pinch Runner. How's it going, Noah?
I'm a little disappointed because the Pirates got rained out again.
Well, that's sad. Well, you guys are going to lose anyway, so maybe it's not as sad.
Well, you don't know that.
Alright, well, let's just go ahead and get started. I don't think we have too much banter to talk about. But the Nationals acquired Kelvin Herrera. The Royals received Blake Perkins, who is number 7 in the Nats minor systems, and Kevin Gutierrez, who's number 10, and Rafael Bautista.
Hold on, I don't think that was right.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it didn't really.
It wasn't Rafael
right.
Bautista, but it wasn't like some big name prospect.
Some bit, yeah. So and player to be named later. Well, it's not, but I don't know. Another prospect. So I mean, I really like this deal from the Nationals. Their bullpen was good, but it could have used another piece, like everyone else's bullpen in the majors right now, and they went out and got it.
Yeah, they're
way before the deadline.
Yeah, Kinsler and Madsen haven't been 100% great this year, so they could use it.
And then now you get Herrera and Doolittle, so it's looking pretty good for the Nationals.
Yeah, the Angels and Dodgers also kind of checked in on Herrera before he was traded to the Nationals.
Everyone probably should have everyone that's contending should have checked in on Herrera, and then the Nationals are just like, hey, we know it's still June, but we like Herrera and we need wins to stay in with this NL East right now. So kudos to the Nationals for going out and making that move because they really needed it. So I mean, I think that great move for the Nationals, and I think this really puts them over the top of the Braves and the Phillies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, still, they're not going to be guaranteed a playoff spot as things are right now.
Yeah, because the National League West could maybe get someone in the wild card. I don't really know about the Central. Central can be kind of winner gets the division, loser gets nothing, right?
Yeah. And
the NL East is pretty competitive, so it'll be really interesting to see how the rest of the season works out. I mean, I think the Nationals are still going to win the division since they're probably more of a complete team, but the Braves and the Phillies have been performing pretty well, so good for them.
Yeah.
And the Royals, who are not competing, it finally looks like they entered full rebuild.
Yeah, who do you think is going to be the next one to go on that team right now?
Probably Moustakas.
You think they're going to trade away like Perez or anybody like that?
Perez would have to be quite the offer because doesn't Perez have like 3 more years of control?
I'm not sure how many years of control he has left, but his bat hasn't been great this year. I think he's only batting like 222.
Yeah, that's not good. But he's
still an amazing defender.
Yeah, so I mean that'll help, but right now, the Royals probably wouldn't trade him because his value is so low, due to the hitting part of it. But, we'll see. I mean, I really think the Royals should have entered full rebuild like last year when they still had Lorenzo Cain. They kind of tried to make a run for a wild card spot, but kind of didn't.
Yeah, like right after, like when they entered the All-Star break, they were still like in a wild card spot at the time, so.
But, I still probably would have traded it because it's like you're thinking, you could go to the World Series, but are you really thinking, you go and you win that wild card game? Okay,
yeah.
Let's say somehow they would beat the Yankees in the wild card game and they would take the Twins spot, right?
Yeah.
Then, you're going up against the Indians, man. You can't compete with the Indians.
Yeah, I think last year that if they weren't going to win the division, they should have traded off some of those guys.
There wouldn't be any, similar to 2014, there's no, like, magical fairy dust that's going to carry you to the World Series. I was thinking, like, why don't they just trade Hosmer and Kane while they can, right?
Yeah.
Like, they could have gotten Halls back for that, but instead they waited and thinking, maybe we'll get a wild card spot, and then they went and got Melky Cabrera, and I'm like, this is sad. Like, let's say you do, man, and you make one postseason game and then you get eliminated by the Yankees. Was losing out on all of those prospects worth it? No, absolutely not. Because, your team's going to be trashed the next year anyways, because everyone's going to leave in free agency probably. I mean, okay, maybe they wouldn't trade Hosmer, but Kane definitely. Because, Hosmer, remember, this offseason, there was still, will he resign?
Will he go back to the Royals? Yeah, and
which, I don't know. If you're the Royals, why? But, whatever. I guess he was, their dude, right? The Giants Posey or the Dodgers Kershaw,
I feel like if they did re-sign Eric Hosmer, they would have given him a similar deal to what Moustakas got.
No, they were offering him
really?
7 years. Yep. I don't know if it was 7, but I know it was definitely over 5.
I thought
they wanted him to be a Royal forever, and I was like, why? I understand, but at the same time, I have no idea why. Because it's kind of it's just Eric Hosmer, man.
His choices were the Royals and the Padres. It wasn't great choices.
I don't know if Eric Hosmer is going to be a Hall of Famer. Probably not. So I'm just you should probably trade him and get something back before he leaves. And then you're just going to be horrible next year anyway with your 1-year deal, Mike Moustakas, and non-hitting Salvador Perez. But, it looks like they're finally accepted their fate in the wheel of rebuilding.
Yeah,
and
they still have
the very bottom.
Yeah, they still have some guys though that they could trade off for something decent. Because, like you said, even though he's not batting good, Salvador Perez still has some control left. Whit Merrifield's doing really good. He has some control left, and even though he's struggling, Danny Duffy still has control left too.
Yeah, so they still have a few pieces that they can move, but after that, it's
there's not much.
Hot trash. So, good luck to the Royals. We'll see you in 5 years maybe, but rebuilding's just really kind of a part of the game now. No team really wants to go through it, but unless you're the Yankees or something
who haven't had a losing season since 1992.
Yeah, then it just kind of happens. So, sorry, but so the Nationals, my bad. My bad. I was reading off the Nets topic and we already talked about it. So the Mets are apparently going to listen to trade offers given their place in the standings, but a team source cautioned not to expect any deals anytime soon, since the Mets want to just play out the next few weeks to see if they could climb back into contention before committing to any sort of sell-off. So, what do you think about that?
I think they should just hit the full rebuild button right now.
Really? Right now?
Maybe not right now, or
just
give it a week or two and then hit the rebuild button.
So would you trade Jacob deGrom?
So I'd first see what. I mean, right now I'd listen to offers, but since he has some control left, if you don't hear anything great that you like, you still have time to get something back.
Man, I wouldn't trade him, man. He's one kind of talent. I would not trade him. And deGrom.
What about Syndergaard?
Okay. Syndergaard, maybe. I'd listen on Syndergaard, but
I'd listen on both of them.
How about this, okay? You're the Mets, I'm the Yankees, okay? I'm offering you Gleyber Torres for Jacob deGrom straight up. Would you take it, yes or no?
I'd take that if I'm the Mets.
You'd really take that?
For straight up? Yeah, I would take
straight
that.
Up.
All right, well.
Wow.
I probably would. Maybe negotiate and see if you could get another lower level guy, but I would probably be okay with that trade.
I'd want to hang on to deGrom for a little more. 2 years or something. Just to see where the team's at, because he's a really good pitcher, man.
Yeah,
he's a really, really good 2. Maybe a 1 if you're the Marlins or the White Sox or something.
Well, it's not.
He could be a 1. He's not right now because Noah Syndergaard, right?
Noah Syndergaard, yeah.
But has he been the Mets' best pitcher this year?
I think so.
Yes. Yeah. Right. So I don't know, especially the Yankees, man. If it's the Yankees, Imagine how salty Mets fans would be. Mets fans are salty all the time anyways, so... But, I don't know. I don't think I would trade DeGrom. I might trade Jay Bruce, but...
Yeah, I trade Jay Bruce, definitely, because it's not like DeGrom, who has, still is like a very, very, very good player.
Mm-hmm. What about Cespedes?
Cespedes, he's not healthy. He's
on the DL right now. So.
When's he not on the DL?
True, but I don't know. What can you really get back for like a Cespedes?
If he does good, maybe something. But right now you're not gonna get too much back for him.
All right, so let's see. Let's look at their tradable pieces. So obviously Syndergaard and DeGrom. Okay.
Yeah, then there's
like tradable, like other teams want them, not like we're asking other teams. Okay.
Yeah, Familia.
Okay, we just took over as the Mets front office right now. Okay, so other teams are giving us calls. Who are they giving us calls for?
They're gonna ask about DeGrom. They're gonna ask about Syndergaard. They're gonna ask about Familia. Do you think they'll ask about Matt? Do you think anybody would be interested in Matt's?
I don't know. Maybe the Phillies.
Maybe I don't know. Who's good?
Matt's is a lefty, right?
Yeah, he's a lefty.
Yeah, I'm thinking Phillies or Braves. You could get a call from the Phillies or Braves. Go over there and be the 5, right?
Yeah,
but
and then on the position
I don't know,
side,
man. That's really it. Position players.
Asdrubal Cabrera and maybe Todd Frazier.
Cabrera, yes. Todd Frazier, probably not.
Yeah. Well,
I think Todd Frazier's a little too old, and then like the contending teams right now are kind of locked down at third base, unless someone trades for him to be like a bench guy.
Yeah.
Then, so, you're looking at the Mets right now. I don't think they're really gonna come back this season. So if you're the Mets front office, Noah, what do you do? So you blow it up right now? Is that what you said earlier?
I think I'd wait a week or two, then start trading off pieces. Like first, listen to offers about Cabrera, listen to offers about whoever else, then maybe Familia.
Mm-hmm. You know what I think about like rebuilding? Like you could really keep a few guys, but you really got to go one way or another. You don't want to be. You don't want to be in the middle.
You don't want to be a middle team.
Don't be a middle team, because then you get a middle draft pick. You get like a middle draft pick, and then fans still don't show up because you're trash. But like, don't be stuck in that middle. You gotta find a direction.
Don't be the Pirates.
Don't be the Pittsburgh Pirates. Okay.
We're not really sure.
Yeah, you're just kind of chilling.
We're confused. The front office is confused. Nothing is saying
they don't know what to do.
Yeah, Huntington is saying, "Oh, we're gonna be buyers," and then it's like we look at it. It's like, well, what are we gonna? Why would we buy?
You either go like full like 2015 Blue Jays, right, and go contend and get all the stuff you want, or you go full 2011 Astros and just everyone gone. See ya. We could get like Sox. a 40th. We could get like a 40th round pick for you. You're gone. See ya. Traded. Gone. Right. Teams got to figure out their direction, and that's where the Mets come in, because if you're thinking you can't contend and your core is as old as the Mets core is getting, right?
Yeah.
Noah Syndergaard isn't that young anymore.
He's 25 and almost 26 now, I think.
Mm-hmm. Like there are a few guys that went to the World Series back with them in 2015, but Matt Harvey's gone. He was a big piece back in the day, but he's gone, and with the Reds, hopefully he's doing well, but I haven't checked up on him in a while.
Think he is. DeGrom's already 30.
DeGrom is 30?
Yeah, he's 30 already.
Wow. So yeah, it's kind of like you might be right. I would keep DeGrom just for a little bit longer, but I'm thinking Mets might have to blow it up. This team with this core with Adrian Gonzalez over at first base.
No, they released him a while back ago.
They released him?
Yep.
Man, I'm behind, dude. I haven't kept up in a while. So, well, Adrian Gonzalez is gone now, but
yep. And Jose Bautista is one of their outfielders.
This core, it isn't as young or as talented as the Astros core, or the Red Sox, or the Yankees, or even like the Braves or the Phillies in the NL. So you're thinking it's probably time to
start trading people,
to throw some C4s in there and then just blow it up. So I mean, that sucks for the Mets, but that's just how it is. I mean, look where the Astros are.
Yeah, and got the Astros a World Series.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of the Astros, they extended Jeff Luhnow through 2023. I think they also promoted him to president of baseball operations. So,
Good for
there you
him.
go, Jeff.
Good for him.
I mean, he just kind of like tanked a team and just took him to the World Series. So, I'm pretty sure if he didn't take him to a World Series, that wouldn't have happened after all those years. Like, what was it, like 3 years of 100 lost seasons or something like that?
I think it was either of 100 lost seasons or like consecutive 90 lost seasons.
Oh man, that's rough. But so yeah, him and the Astros had the key to success in tanking. Maybe they could go call the Mets. And the Astros, their streak ended yesterday at 12 games
against the Tampa Bay Rays.
After they only scored 1 run.
Against the Tampa Bay Rays.
Wow. Man.
I thought they were going to go all the way. I thought they were going to break the Indian streak.
I didn't really think they would. Just because, like, even you could have a 23-game series against the Marlins, okay?
And you have to lose one. You will lose at least one.
You'd probably lose one, right?
Yeah. But I mean, I thought at the very least they get to like in the high teens.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking like 16, 17, and they would like end when they play the Blue Jays, right?
Yeah.
But apparently the Rays, aren't as bad as I thought they were. So, kudos to you, Rays fans. But I'm kind of thinking like, like with how tough a win streak is, like even how the Astros have been, the Astros are only like 1.5 or like 2.5 games in first right now over the Mariners.
Yeah, the Mariners have been really good this year.
Yeah,
I mean, I last podcast about how they've just went on a tear since losing Cano.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Cano was holding them down. He was like, he's holding them down in the clubhouse, and then he left, and then it was like a spirit lifted off. I don't know what I'm talking about. But like, so, AL West race is going to be pretty tight. Good for the Astros and their 12-game streak. They really needed something like that. And shout out to my man Alex for the walk-off on 2 nights ago now. Yeah, 2 nights ago now. Off of Sergio, that was pretty tight and good to see.
But if you look at the Astros, the Yankees, Red Sox, even the Mariners, who've done amazing this year, can any like National League team beat them?
Who, the Mariners or the Astros?
Like, can any national team, team in the National League right now beat either the Yankees, Astros, Red Sox, or even Mariners?
Right now?
Yeah.
No.
It's the end. I mean, do you?
Okay, Mariners is pushing it, but Astros, Yankees, Red Sox, not even close.
But right now the Mariners are doing amazing, like we said.
I know, but I don't know. They could pull 2001 Mariners. I'm thinking, and then just kind of playoffs come. Oh, it's our time to leave. Goodbye, Mariners. But like. The National League is looking pretty weak right now. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like whoever the World Series champion is going to be out of the American League unless someone in the National League makes a move. Like I heard that the Diamondbacks are looking at, or they're at least talking to the Orioles about Manny Machado, which would be one heck of a move. More power to you, Diamondbacks. go ahead and then lose them in free agency to the Yankees. That's fine. Go ahead and give up your farm system. That's great. But, you know, the American League is just, they're killing it right now, man. Like, I don't know what's up with the National League. It's like everyone's just kind of like, hey, let's all be 500. And then everyone's like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
And then
like,
then we look over at the American League. It's a free-for-all for positions.
Like, teams will get, like, hot and then cold and, like, hot and then cold, and then they just kind of end up around 500. Like, look at the Giants, for example. They are, like, if you're looking for a definition of a 500 team right now, 2018 San Francisco Giants would show up, like, right there. Like, you know, we lost a series to the Marlins, and then we go and then we, like, beat the Dodgers, and then we, you know, lose to the Marlins again, but then we beat them, and then it's...
Half the teams in the National League are... I guarantee, like, half the teams in the National League are, like... Right,
I know a lot of teams are like that, and I don't understand. Right? I don't get it. Like, where's the powerhouse teams in the National League?
Yeah,
I
it's
want
like
the World Series to be best team versus best team, not, you know, instead. Like, you know what the World Series probably should be this year?
What?
Astros versus Yankees. Let's say we got rid of American League and National League. Okay, you just had best 8 teams make the playoffs. Go ahead and fight, right? I'm thinking Astros Yankees, Astros Red Sox, right?
I'd be okay with that.
Who in the NL can really compete with? I mean, that'd be pretty lit. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
but
we'll have to. That'll probably happen in the championship series.
But like, who in the NL could compete with that?
Nobody.
I'm thinking nobody right now.
I think
you better have somebody, like, I don't know, the Diamondbacks or, you know,
Braves,
Cubs, the
Nationals,
Brewers, the Braves, yeah, or the Phillies, right? If any of those teams, okay, they go out, they gotta make some moves, man. If they want to compete with the big boys, because right now it's about to be Astros, Yankees, and Red Sox, and you know, Mariners are. They're there, kinda. They're like spectating. You know, I don't know if they're gonna be in the fight or not, but they're watching from afar right now. But you know, they're gonna be competing for this spot.
Yeah.
Or for, you know, the World Series, and it's kind of like the National League's gonna be like, oh, Diamondbacks versus Dodgers or something, and then you're kind of like,
oh.
Really? That's the best you got, National League, dude, right?
Even if the wild card is Mariners versus Red Sox, that's still a good game.
Yeah. Dude, okay, bet money right now the American League wild card is gonna be better than the National League Championship Series.
If things keep going as they are, definitely.
Do you think okay, this could actually happen this year. Were teams in the let's say teams in the AL wild card game, okay?
Yeah.
If you combine the number of wins they have, and then you take teams in the NLCS, and you combine the number of wins they have, right now, and this could happen, I'm taking, you know, AL wild card to have more wins than the NLCS.
Yeah.
Which is sad. It's just really, really sad. You know, it like this year, it kind of feels like how the NBA has been for the past like 5 years, where like the Eastern Conference, you know, they'll either have like one team that's like good, you know, and then the Western Conference will have like 8. That's like the American League and the National League right now. It's like a complete just imbalance. Like, now I kind of understand why people are like, oh, get rid of the American League and get rid of the National League, right? But, I mean, I don't think we should do that. But, you know, stuff like this, it doesn't look too good for for keeping around the American League and the National League.
No, it's completely unfair right now if it's the World Series.
Yeah. Yo, it could be a sweep year in the World Series this year. Whoever, the Astros, the Red Sox... Yo, we low-key forgot about the Indians this whole podcast.
Yeah, but I mean, the Indians are like the worst playoff team in the American League right now, though.
Okay, the Indians are...
But still, they're
good, though.
Yeah.
I take the Indians over any team in the National League right now.
I would too.
Not even close. But, yeah, sorry, Indians fans, but... I mean, I don't know, but... like, man, that went really off topic really fast. I'm my bad. But going into our last topic of the day, I know this is a little bit shorter episode than usual. Hunter Strickland is punched a door and broke his hand and now needs surgery, and he's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. So that's, man, when I saw that, I just had like a face palm like in my mind. I didn't actually do a face palm. It wasn't that bad. But then I just yeah. It was bad.
Yeah, so who do you think's gonna take over that closer role now that Strickland is gonna be?
Sam Dyson took over.
Dyson did,
and then today, he almost blew the save to the Marlins. And if that happened again today, I'd just be like, I'm out. I'm only watching American League from now on.
Yeah.
It was like 6-3 or something, and then the Marlins scored like 2. And then I put in Montoya. Man, I can't say his name right. I'm sorry. Montoya. I think that's how you say it. But then they put him in, and he's been doing good. So, could be him. How about Melanson does something since we're paying him like $20 million a year?
But
whatever his stupid contract is.
He's only played like 6 innings, so I feel like they want to get him a little bit more work in before they move him directly into the closer role.
We brought him in to be the closer after the trash that was the 2016 NLDS, right? We brought him in. We're like, yo, we're gonna pay you all this money and you're gonna close for us. He's like, all right. First game is Giant. Boom, comes out there and then he blows the save to the Diamondbacks and.
I saw something like, Watson could even be an option. I like the Giants too much to them to even look.
They couldn't use Tony Watson. They need him to come in and face those lefties.
No, you don't want Watson as a closer. Trust me.
You don't. No, I'm sure you know more than I do, you Pirates fan.
Yeah, you don't want Watson in a closer role.
But okay, so Sam Dyson is apparently the closer now. It shouldn't be him. He's kind of trash too. Yeah, nothing personal. Okay, next time I see all these guys, they're gonna be like, "Yo, you called me trash," and I'm gonna be like, "Sorry," but like I'm thinking either Montoya or I think they should do Ty Blah, but they're gonna use him as like a emergency starter or like a long reliever, so they aren't going to use him, even though he's probably one of their better options, I think. But
we'll see.
Whatever. But
we'll see. I
want to talk about Hunter Strickland really quick because it's kind of okay. One, why a door? Wouldn't you rather like punch a and what door was it? I'm curious. I've been in the Giants clubhouse, right? I'm kind of like. I wonder what door he punched, right? I hope it's not the one to Bochy's office, man, because if it is, you're in big trouble. But so, it's really weird, like how quickly these guys just kind of snap, right?
Yeah.
Like I've met Hunter Strickland. He's a chill dude, right? He looks like a chill dude.
He looks like a chill dude until
he acted like one. He's like, oh, what's up, man? Right?
Until he either blows a save or sees Bryce Harper.
Oh my gosh, he blew the save, and then he was like freaking out because Lewis Brinson like celebrated after he hit like a go ahead, or I don't know if it was go ahead, but like after he hit a double in the top of the ninth, he was like celebrating or something. And then Hunter Strickland got all mad, and then it led to the whole Posey getting hit yesterday and all that crap, okay? And then I'm like, really? Really? You're going to get mad at a dude for celebrating a double, and then you're going to go into the dugout, and then you're going to punch a door, and then you're going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks because you broke your hand. Man, hats off to Hunter. Congratulations. And I know, like, he went on Instagram later and said, like, oh, this was a mistake, and I'm like, clearly, right? But you can't do that, man.
No, you can't do that when you're such a vital person to that team.
Like, and how are you going to be a pitcher, and you're going to use your throwing hand to punch a door? Just go Brian Wilson and beat up a Gatorade cooler with a bat. Like, there's other ways to take out your anger, right?
That doesn't involve you getting completely injured for like 2 straight months.
Throw at Lewis Brinson the next night. I don't care, man. Just chill, okay? It's all good. Well, apparently it's all not good now because now you're out 6 to 8 weeks, and then we're down who is sadly one of our better relievers. You know, Hunter Strickland, he's had kind of an up and down year. There's been times where he's been solid. You know, comes in, gets a save, good job, boom. And there's other times where it seems, apparently, it's every time I watch him pitch, he just goes in there and just sliders not going for him. He gives up a few watts, and then it's just he blows the save. And I'm like, okay, blown saves are gonna happen. I don't expect you to be like last year's Kenley Jansen, right? But I want
like
you 80 to 85% chance you're gonna get this save, not 55, right?
Flip a coin. What happens?
Flip a coin. Oh, are you gonna get the save tonight? Oh, look, it's tails. Sorry, guess not. Sorry, guys, I blew the save. My bad. Like sometimes pitchers will just go in and suck. That's gonna happen, man. Happened to me. Happens to all pitchers. But
when it happens
like
often,
consistent, man, that just means you're bad. That's just it. Like Hunter Strickland hasn't even done that bad this year, but you know apparently we're gonna miss him for a while because he decided, you know, punching a door was more important than his team's success going into the All-Star break. So my bad. Apparently, I misjudged that situation. But do you have anything to add before we finish?
I think we talked about everything we should have or needed to.
Pretty much everything we covered. I know this was a little bit of a shorter episode. It's only been about, it's still been like over 30 minutes. But thank you everyone who listened. If you're listening on the YouTube channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. If you're listening on the pinchrunner.com, you know, you can check out all of the podcasts. They're all linked down below. So go ahead and give a listen to all of those if you haven't yet. And we will see you in the next podcast.